The very first title on this list is Wolfenstein The New Order. Set in an alternate universe where the Nazi Germany won the World War II and controls most of the world. The game follows the adventures of Captain William B.J. Blazkowicz and his comrades, all operatives of US Special Forces, in their struggle against the Nazis. The game looks good, sounds good, and is really well optimized on PC. The setting is unique, the story is nice, and the missions are really fun. There is some decent variety in the missions, like breaking out of a prison, and then one of the missions takes you to the moon itself. The Nazis are technologically very advanced. They've got robots and whatnot, which provides some really cool enemy variety as well. The game features lots of weapons and you can dual wield most of them, which is really cool. The gunplay is solid and the game features multiple difficulties and is not exactly a cakewalk. The game features a branching storyline adding replay value. It's not perfect, but still a really solid single player first person shooter. Next is Call of Duty Warzone 2 Modern Warfare 2, the entire package. The campaign is short but fun. The highlight is obviously the multiplayer. I don't play multiplayer shooters much, but Call of Duty is a formula that I'm familiar with. A friend of mine recommended Warzone 2 to me. Checked it out, loved it. I had fallen out of Call of Duty games long ago. The last game that I played was World War II and then Call of Duty Mobile. Warzone 2 got me back to COD and it was also my first Battle Royale experience. I really struggle at Battle Royale because I'm almost a complete noob at it, but then game modes like DMZ and Lockdown Quads are my absolute favorites. DMZ mode provides an amazing co-op experience while also featuring a PvP threat, whereas Lockdown Quads is like a hardpoint match with multiple hardpoints and multiple teams. The best thing about these game modes is that you can use custom loadouts right from the beginning, which is something that I absolutely love. The game offers a lot for free, but if you buy it, you get access to the campaign and the awesome multiplayer, which is super addictive, really fast paced, and ridiculously fun. If you've ever enjoyed the Call of Duty formula in the past, you are definitely gonna love it. I played COD after a long time and I had a blast. The game looks and sounds amazing. Multiple Warzone maps provide great variety, whether it's Al Mazrah, Wandale or Ashka Island. Lots of guns, amazing progression. It's just an amazing package overall, really fun. I don't know whether it's perfect or not. I'm not a regular COD player anymore, but it is definitely a lot of fun and the Warzone part is absolutely free, so yeah, totally worth checking out. Next is the evergreen Left 4 Dead 2, the best co-op zombie shooter of all time, a game for everybody, can be easily played on a potato PC with no issues. Has aged quite nicely, still looks decent, and the gameplay is fantastic. The special infected in the game are the greatest of all time. The sound design is fantastic, the survivor characters and their voice acting is amazing, multiple maps, lots of custom maps, lots of content, endless playability, and playing as the tank in the versus mode was the ultimate experience. It's a masterpiece without doubt. Next is Far Cry 6, a game that I'm currently playing and really enjoying it. The game looks really nice and performs really well. The Caribbean setting is exotic, the open world looks beautiful. The story, characters and the villains are a bit of a weakness when compared to the past Far Cry games, but the gameplay is what makes this title really special. It is similar to the past Far Cry games but feels better in every single way. Gunplay is solid and really fun, and traversal, whether driving, riding horses or flying, is really snappy and responsive. The game world feels complete with the presence of urban areas, and it's a perfect playground to just mess around in. The missions and gameplay are exactly what you would expect from a Far Cry game, but everything from gunplay to on-foot movement to driving vehicles feels smoother and more responsive. The game also features some cool new weapon types, spicing up the gameplay. I'm in love with the game, and it has actually become my favorite Far Cry game. Is it perfect? No. Is it fun? Hell yeah. I'm absolutely in love with the scenery and the gameplay and highly recommend it. It's an amazing game. Then an honorable mention before moving on to the final title on the list. It is Cyberpunk 2077. A really stunning game without doubt, but only if you play it on higher settings, which requires a decent amount of horsepower. This open world first person shooter RPG has loads of content. An incredible looking game world, a nice story, cool cast of characters, and a unique setting as well. But lower settings on PC definitely hurt this game quite a bit visually. It is one of those games where you want those graphics, you want those visuals, and if you have the horsepower for it, then Night City is definitely worth a visit. Please do leave a like if you're finding this video helpful or entertaining in any way, and let's move on to the final title on the list. The granddaddy of the first person shooter genre. You guessed it right, Doom. And we are talking about Doom Eternal, an absolutely outstanding game in every single aspect. Great optimization, flawless performance, amazing scalability, looks fantastic on the higher settings and gets those higher frame rates as well. but looks good enough on the lower settings and plays really well on low-end systems. 2. Contrary to the title that I mentioned just before, Cyberpunk. Really fun and ridiculously fast gameplay, enemies that come in every size and shape, amazing enemy variety, cool level design. This game has everything. Awesome looking weapons with multiple firing modes, a bombastic sound design, multiple levels of difficulty, and the chainsaw. It's a mind-blowing game and the greatest first-person shooter ever made in my books. Still looking for something nice to play? Check out the video on the end screen. Thank you very much for watching. See you there.